In part 10 of the 2020 Canes opponent preview series, we're going to preview the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, our opponent up in Winston-Salem, North Carolina on November 28th in the road finale. Well, let's look at Wake Forest. They have a stud in defensive end Carlos Basham. They have been 4 straight winning seasons under Dave Clawson, who's turned that program around. They're now a consistent bowl team. Now, while they may not be a bowl game this year, that they wouldn't qualify anyway, let's look at the positives. 94% of their sack production's back, and 87% of their tackles for loss. And they have 4 players with starting experience returning on that D-line. Of course, Carlos Basham, you have to start there. He's contender for ACC Defensive Player of the Year after posting 18 tackles for loss and 11 sacks. They also have Ja'Cory Johns back as a redshirt freshman on the other side, and they also have Tyler Williams along with Suleiman Kamara, who should do damage in the middle just fine. They have a very good running game in Kenneth Walker coming back, which as a freshman, he averaged 5.9 yards a carry and should be their go-to guy this season for Wake. He's backed up by Christian Beal-Smith, who had 304 yards and a few touchdowns before serving a suspension. Not the deepest unit, but it's the best of offensive units they have. Now, while Jamie Newman transferred to Georgia, they're okay with Sam Hartman there. He was the starter in 2018, by the way, and he threw for 1,984 yards and 16 touchdowns, while he adds 275 yards rushing. He's not a Newman, but he's solid. The key word is he should be solid. He had some down moments as a starter. And it also emphasizes how much they're going to miss Newman last year. When Surratt opted out last season, that guy, they lose 1,000 yards receiving. And that's despite of missing the last 4 games of the season with a shoulder injury. They lose Kendall Hilton as well, which means Donovan Green is going to really have to step up for a receiving corps that, outside of him, doesn't have a lot of experience. While their D-line has been a rock for them on defense, their back 7 is very suspect. And outside of Greer, Nasir Greer, there's not much of production there. If Hartman could be anywhere close to what Newman was, then Wake could have another solid season. But when you look at that schedule, Wake's schedule, I'm going to tell you, that schedule of Wake's is brutal. Okay? And they open at home against Clemson. Hello. That's not an easy thing to do. They host Notre Dame also, and Virginia Tech. But they'll get most of their and us on November 28th in their home finale. So they're going to get a lot of their key games at home. So when you look at that schedule, I got to be very frank. I could see 6 or 7 wins out of Wake in 2020. So I'm going to go 7 wins for Wake Forest in 2020. In the final part of this opponent preview series, I will preview the North Carolina Tar Heels.